afternoon, I'm Olivia Parade.
And I'm Melinda Grove, and today you're watching Good News. It's no surprise that schooling nowadays is vastly different from that a century ago. Today we'll be speaking with three guests who attended school in different decades in an attempt to understand how the academic scope of schooling has changed over time.
To talk to us about schooling in the 1930s, we have Veronica Hazelworth, who comes to us live from the home of Mrs. Lillian Reed, who attended George Street Primary School. Hi, Veronica.
Hello, I am Veronica Hazelworth, and I am out the front of Lillian Reed's home. Let's go inside and see what she has to say.
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days when the mama sang us to sleep, but now we're stressed out.
Hello, Lillian.
Hello, dear. How are you?
Good, thank you. First off, what writing utensils did you use at school?
I remember we used a blackboard and chalk, but as we got older, we were allowed to use inkwells when we became a bit more sophisticated.
Oh, wow. And what technology did you use?
Technology? No, we had no technology whatsoever, honey.
And what kind of testing did you have?
I don't remember doing any tests, but I remember you had to pass to the next year. There was this one boy, I remember, that didn't pass kindergarten until he was 12.
Oh, wow. Well, that's all we have time for today, Lillian, but thank you.
Very
Toodaloo.
different from when I went to school.
I could certainly do with a cup of Lillian's tea, though.
And a biggie.
You're right there, Melinda. Thanks, Veronica. Now, moving forward about 30 years, on the phone we have Deborah. Thanks for joining us today, Deborah. We'll start by asking you, what years did you attend primary school?
I started in 1967.
Can you tell us what types of technology you used at school? Any digital technology?
No, we had a blackboard. In year 5 and 6 we actually had a sewing teacher and we learnt how to use the sewing machine and actually made a dress which I wore.
Lillian didn't make mention of learning to sew in primary school.
I don't remember learning to sew either. What kind of work do you remember doing?
Worksheets were the stenciled ones with that methylated spirit printing, and they came out like purple, like carbon copy. Projects were good fun.
And just lastly, did you do any exams?
Oh yeah, a written exam on paper.
Great. Thanks so much for joining us today, Deborah.
No problem.
From those interviews, I get the impression that schooling has evolved over the decades, don't you think, Olivia?
Yes, the technology has certainly evolved. Our final interview today is with a young man who finished his HSC only 3 years ago. Let's cross to him now and find out about his primary school experience. Hi there, Sam.
Hey guys, Sam here. What up? I'm just chilling, about to tell you about my generation of schooling and what it was like. You know what they say, out with the old, in with the new. What? So first off, writing devices. We had texters, we had pencils, we had pen. You name it, we had it. Didn't even need a pen license either. Technology, our best friend. Love a bit of messaging, a little bit of FB. But schooling-wise, we had everything. We had interactive whiteboards, we had smart boards, we had computers, we had everything. Testing, NAPLAN, bit of basic skills testing, a bit boring if you ask me. Overall, collaborativity, intersubjectivity. It was just a nice environment as one. That's all I have to say. Back to you.
We're coming to the end of our bulletin today, so let's cross to Danny O'Connell for a forecast of the future of academia in primary schools.
G'day ladies, Daz here. All I can say from the broadcast so far is just wow. While schooling for all our interviewees was enjoyable, it is clear there have been radical changes with the emergence of new technologies and ICT developments. Teachers are now able to incorporate new methods of interaction and classroom learning, resulting in greater engagement and focus from children, as well as a broader scope of learning opportunities visible through new means of testing such as the NAPLAN. But where to from here? The future of academic progression on a national and global scale is set to skyrocket. With a chance of heavy improvements and the possibility of even further technological advances here and there, we can only see good things coming for primary schools. We'll be able to see the top of great teachers here in New South Wales, with an expected high to remain down on the sunny south coast. What a comparison. From schooling back in the 30s to teaching and a greater emphasis on students and their personal development nowadays, we have certainly come a long way. That's all I've got for you today, folks at home. Back to you ladies in the studio.
Well, that concludes our investigation of academic progression across the decades.
We hope you've enjoyed this segment. I'm Olivia Parade.
And I'm Melinda Grove, and thanks for watching.
Good night from Good News.